going to be making popcorn, not for himself, because he is still doing this 75 hard challenge. And
Which I'm in ketosis for. So popcorn, even though it only has about 5 net carbs per cup, that's still a little too many carbs for little old Daniel.
yeah, well, regardless of what it is for Daniel, I get to enjoy it all as we finish watching Joy's movie tonight. It is called The Game, not to be mistaken with The Game that came out in 2008, which is an amazing show, highly recommended. You gotta watch it. You know, it goes through all the scandals and hoopla of women who love professional football players. But no. This is the one that came out in 1997 that has Michael Keaton and
That is true.
Sean Penn and other wacky characters that I don't know the names of, but if you ever want to watch it, you should totally watch it. And we're about to finish watching it tonight.
It's
And
true.
nothing finishes a movie better than homemade popcorn.
Now, that's quite literally the only correct way to watch a movie is with popcorn, on a futon, with the individuals that you can appreciate. So, yeah.
Yeah, and on top of that, with everything that is going on, what Daniel was willing to do today, since not only was I able to do all of my meetings that I rapped about earlier, and actually follow through with getting coordination and scheduling and everything, because it is a bonus now that I have not only finished his second workout with him, because Daniel sometimes does not want to always do things unless there are other people to share in this experience. I now have the opportunity and privilege of interviewing Daniel based on questions that I have been pondered with, prodded with, and provoked to start having these conversations within myself when it comes to what is self-development, what is mastery of your own craft, and why do we do a lot of the things that we do, knowing that we're always in a pursuit of happiness, to overcome our adversity, to live in a life of abundance, so we can start living in a prosperous time, not only for the people in our communities, but the people who are being magnetized to us. So, as Daniel makes this popcorn, I'm going to be asking him a question, and whenever he feels satisfied with his answer, I can either do a follow-up, or I can move on to another question. So, Daniel, are you ready for this first once-in-a-lifetime live interview exclusively here in the Stacy home while you make me some delicious popcorn?
I was born ready.
Okay, so with that, the question I'm going to read to you, based on the reading and aspiration of The Lion's Wealth Builders, is from Think and Grow Rich.
All right.
So, Daniel.
By Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, how'd you know? Huh, well, fine. Question. Are you envious of those who you think are better off than you?
No.
Do you want to go a little bit further into that?
To elaborate?
Yeah.
Uh,
What would you say to people who
who may be better than me?
may be envious of those they think are better off than them?
Oh. Well, it's a figment of the imagination because reality as we know it is merely a series of stories filtered through stimuli that's happening via the neurotransmitters, which is highly based upon just the conditioned mind that we have from childhood and cultures that we've grown up in. So our perception, we don't need to take too seriously. So being envious is just a byproduct of this idea that we're supposed to have something or be something other than that which we are, which for me personally is not a good use of time. So when you set the intention to, when you experience envy or jealousy or anger, the intention is to see it as a learning opportunity to instill, like maybe the 4 agreements or a different way of thinking, then you'd probably be in a better off place. Do I need to add more popcorn? Or is...
How's the popcorn coming along?
It's only half full now. It looks like it's burning. What am I missing? I filled the bottom.
Did you fill the whole bottom with popcorn kernels?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Was I supposed to fill it more?
No. How many kernels still need to be popped?
Well, I don't see any more in there.
Okay. I hear a few.
Come on, guys.
Alright, I'm gonna ask ask you another question.
All right. Follow-up question.
Who are you surrounding yourself with? And do you believe the saying, birds of a feather flock together? So, Daniel, who are you surrounding yourself with? And do you believe that birds of a feather flock together?
Well, I'm surrounding myself with people like Janine Ayana Watkins, entrepreneurs, individuals who are trading stocks and trying to make a difference in the world. And as a byproduct of that, I would say yes, these types of people are flocking together, all thanks to the algorithms of the internet. Where would we be without sweet, sweet internet? Janine, I realize there's more than art to this. Clearly, I missed the caboodle.
Guess this is why I use it to help them.
Yeah, I think in the future, guidance is a good idea.
I did give you credit. You didn't even turn on the oven. It was slow.
Is it supposed to be low?
Daniel, when you put it on, I actually had to go turn it down.
Things we learn. It's a delicate process.
Alright, well, I'll ask you one more question, and then
Alright.
it looks like I might have to do this popcorn.
All right. What's the next question?
Do you get irritated at the smallest problematic situations?
I do not.
What would you say helps you not to those who may?
Well, I would say that our frustrations are usually rooted in assumptions, and then our assumptions we tend to take personally. So sometimes we'll think that maybe we didn't do something good enough, or that we're not good enough, or just the situation itself is a reflection of us not being the person that we want to be. And when you make that assumption, you are able or you tend to live into that reality. So if you set the intention to not make the assumptions, then you might not get as frustrated about the little things that are causing foibles in your life.
Awesome. Great words shared by Daniel in the moments where he is utterly showing what it means to try things that he may not be considered a master in, but he knows with every new try he does, he can literally become better. So
Exactly.
that's all we have for you now. Thank you so much, Daniel, not only for this interview, but making this tasty treat for us to enjoy during the movie.
I'd say it was a noble effort. Thank you, Janine, for the interview. That's why life, and the popcorn may have burned, but it's a perfect opportunity to learn and grow. We're not going to be angry or frustrated about the mistakes. We're just going to remember that it's an opportunity to learn.
And then have Daniel wash the dishes.
Exactly.
All right, well, that's it. Bye.
Toodles. Ah.
I think that was enough.
I think so too.
Yeah, you gotta scour that now.
Mhm.
It's funny, I thought you were gonna be good at that.